I've got 60 bucks. I'm at the thrift store. Let's see if we can turn it into 400 before the sun goes down. The sun sets at 7:49 today and it's pretty busy at the store. And luckily right away I see this very nice dresser. It's priced at $50, which isn't amazing for how beat up it is, but I see a lot of potential in transforming it, and the profits at Habitat for Humanity go to charity, so let's take it home. Alright, I just got back with the dresser. Just taking a closer look at the damage here. The top is very beat up, but I think if we just sand it down to bare wood and restain it, it'll look like new again. The bottom in some parts is very brittle, so we'll have to use some wood glue and some wood filler, and with a fresh coat of paint and a new color, it'll look great. The original handles are really nice, so I think we'll just freshen them up a bit and give them a new color to make them pop. Let's get started. First things first is to take out all the drawers and take off the handles. Next we have to sand everything down. On the top, we need to sand down to bare wood to help remove the damage and because we're going to stain. Sanding is one of the more tedious and time-consuming parts of a flip, but it's very important to getting a good-looking finish. I start with a 120 grit sandpaper to remove the scratches, then I move to a 220 grit to smooth everything out. I use my circular sander on the top to take it down to bare wood, then I use my smaller sander on the more delicate parts of the dresser. After everything is all sanded, let's give the dresser a good wipe down to get off all the dust. And once everything's all dry, let's work on repairing some of the damage. I use some wood glue and clamps to reattach the veneer to the base. Then I use wood filler to fill in missing veneer on the bottom and the top of the dresser. While we let that wood filler dry, let's work on cleaning up the old drawer handles and hinges. And if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to follow, it helps a ton. Thanks! First I soak the handles in soapy water, and then I use some waterproof sandpaper to scuff up the old finish. And once we dry them, they're ready for some gold spray paint. Once the wood filler is finally dry, let's sand it smooth. Sanding did take a little bit longer than expected, so let's keep things moving. The next step is to prep for painting. I tape off the top and I use a trash bag as a shield to prevent any paint from getting on the wood. And this is our final look at the dresser before the new paint. I applied one coat of gray bonding primer so that our base coat adheres properly. And once it's dry, I applied 2 coats of the satin navy blue paint. Always make sure to apply thin coats so that your paint doesn't drip. About an hour after my first coat of blue, I apply another to cover up any missed spots and get a deeper overall blue color. Staining is one of the most satisfying parts of any flip. First I apply a pre-stain, then I apply a dark walnut stain and wipe off the excess after about 5 minutes. The sun is starting to get a bit low, so while we let that stain dry, let's start adding the handles back to the drawers. After the stain is fully dry, I apply a polyurethane finish to protect the wood from water damage. Just a reminder, this is what the dresser looked like before, and then after. I think it turned out amazing. This might be my favorite end product of any flip I've ever done. I'm confident we'll find a buyer in just a few days. Follow and like this video so you don't miss next week's flip.